What's going on YouTube? Going to cover a quick little guide for you all. Basically going to go over Fenrir's build, how you should use his abilities and what order to level them up in, and a little bit over matchups. The matchups are kind of a little bit different with Fenrir. We'll get to that in a second. So let's go ahead and start off with the build. Like I said, Bumba's Mask, normal starter item. You really need the farm to sustain into the mid to late game. Your early game is amazing without anything else. So you just need Bumbas and Red Pot to be fantastic early game on Fenrir. Then you want to start with your 3 health pots, 2 mana pots as usual. Now the core of the build, we're looking at Warrior Tabby Boots. You are ability based early, as I was saying, and you need to play like it. So the damage from Warrior Tabby is key. Then Jotun's Wrath, also going off of this ability based early game that you have, you'll have more ults, you'll be able to stun more, you'll be able to brutalize more, gives you penetration. Jotun's Wrath, perfect item as usual for any ability based god. Third item, you're looking at Mail of Renewal. Will cap you out on CDR for those abilities you're using. It will make you tanky. It allows you to snowball. Assuming you get kills off your ult, then you'll heal off of that kill, and it'll be amazing. And then this is where the build starts to change with this fourth item. We're looking at Executioner. You go from an ability based early to you get a little tanky with that Mail of Renewal, then you start building into auto attack based, because mid to late you're all about your auto attacks and not necessarily your abilities. So you build that Executioner, and then when you stun somebody and you get 3 auto attacks off on them, they're getting destroyed. And then by that point, they're going to look to escape. They're going to leap, they're going to jump, they're going to dash, whatever. And you're just going to brutalize to catch back up to them and start auto attacking on them again. So Executioner is very, very good for this god, especially with your 2. Your 2, if you don't know, gives you lifesteal and power, which is nasty when combined with the penetration and just auto attack damage and speed you're getting on Fenrir. Then to get a little bit more tanky for that late game, I get Hide of the Urchin. I've started to love Hide of the Urchin. There's a lot of mix of damage these days. There's mages that are pumping out a lot of damage, like Zhonghui with that AoE that you just can't get away from. You're seeing just a lot of just normal, regular damage coming out. Even you're seeing some solo lanes pick mages. You're seeing Guardians in the jungle. You're seeing Freya. You'll start seeing Soul in the ADC lane soon. So Hide of the Urchin's really good. Gives you protections of both and health, which is key. And then I end the build with Rage. You can kind of pick whatever you want for this last item. Rage will help you out with that auto attack presence I was talking about. If you need to be tankier, you can pick up like a Smithy's Hammer or whatever you need, magical protection, get more magical protection, whatever is that last item. If you're really not able to get many auto attacks off, like for some reason it's just you're just getting wrecked, you're unable to auto attack and you don't want to build tanky, you're getting those abilities off, you can go Titans, but I really do recommend Rage, because Rage paired with the lifesteal in your 2 and the auto attack speed you're getting from Executioner on top of being a little tanky is going to be awesome for you. So there's the build you want to stick to. There are variations. Mail of Renewal you can swap out for Spirit's Robe as always. If they have 4 magical, I definitely recommend switching Mail of Renewal for Spirit's Robe. That'll help you out a lot, and that could be key to winning a game. Also with Rage you can switch out like we were saying. Now for the abilities, I max my Brutalize first unless they have something that's going to interrupt my Brutalize every time or get away from it. I don't know, sometimes you might want to level stun if, say, Isis is silencing your Brutalize all the time, or Thanatos is silencing your Brutalize, or Thor is stunning it. You know, you get it. There's people that can cancel your Brutalize, people that can get away, so sometimes leveling the stun to get automatic damage off is better. Either way, level up the stun after, then max that Brutalize and stun, get rank 1 of your ult, leave it at rank 1 until that you have everything else maxed. Then you max your 3 out, start maxing your 2, and then once your 2 is maxed out, you start maxing your 1. I did not mean your 2. So you max your 3, your 1, then your 2, you're going to max out, and then you're going to max your ult. Because your ult is all about the control, it's not about the damage it's doing. The 2 is amazing because you start maxing that 2 out right around when you're getting the Executioner. It's going to help out with the build, it's going to help with the plan, like the strategy I was telling you. You jump on them, get those auto attacks off, just destroy them. So that's what you're looking at doing with the build and the abilities. Now for the matchups. Matchups can go either way. A lot of the matchups are based on how you play it. A Weelix is one thing you do not want to play Fenrir against. A Weelix counters Fenrir straight up. She can ult you out of your Brutalize. She can also ult out of your Leap. So, and she can Feather Step like everything and just destroy you. So a Weelix is something you definitely want to avoid. Bastet can also be a little difficult for you just because she has as much mobility as you do, along with the slows and the bleed damage, where she doesn't have to get auto attacks off and she can get out of your brutalize. So best deck can be kind of annoying. Most of the other ones are not too bad, honestly. Gods like Thor can cancel your brutalize, can be rough. Thanatos can silence, can be rough, but you can outplay them. You can bait the brutalize. You can just auto attack them down so they waste that silence or that ability that you're trying to avoid. Serket can also be difficult just because she can taunt. She can use her 2 on your brutalize and it's automatic 2 into 1 into a buttload of damage. So Fenrir can be kind of rough for you too. In the Guardian department, avoid playing Fenrir into Geb. Geb can shield people out of your ult and it sucks. So that's something you definitely want to avoid. Do not want to deal with that. In the mage department, you really want to, I guess, avoid Isis because Isis can silence and bait you out with the ult, and that can be kind of rough. You do want to play Fenrir into Hebo. Fenrir destroys Hebo. Fenrir can do very well against Hell. They have no way to get out of their abilities. Nuwa can be rough for you actually because she can invis out of your brutalize, which sucks. Poseidon usually isn't too bad. You can ult out of Kraken and out of Whirlpool, which can be used as long as you're using your abilities right. That's one of those matchups where you can actually do really well, assuming you play correctly. But it kind of depends on how you're playing. You just have to watch how they adapt to their playstyle, adapt to what they're trying to do, and counter it. But like I said, gods like Nuwa, you can't really counter that. Gods like Janus can portal you out, but you just gotta watch out how you're using your brutalize. I would just recommend playing Fenrir into Hell, into Hebo, and then trying to learn all the other matchups for yourself, and then avoiding playing Isis, avoid playing Nuwa, avoid playing Geb, avoid playing Awilix. Those gods will just destroy you. So just remember, when you're playing Fenrir, there's always a way to counterplay. You just have to do it right and exploit your early game. Your early game damage is nasty. You usually can get your ult up before anyone has beads. And then the other tip is make sure you always check in to see who has beads, who bought beads, what rank they are, when they'll be up again, if they've been used. All those are key to making Fenrir worth your while. So hopefully this video helps you guys out a little bit. I actually tried recording it earlier and I recorded the whole video and then I had some problems and couldn't use it. So this is me re-recording it. Like the video, subscribe to my channel please, that helps a lot more than you really realize, and comment anything, any gods you want to see in the future guides. I'm trying to pump out as many as possible. Anything that you want added to these guides, I mean, I'm sure you want clips or something, but that's not something I'm looking at doing right now. I will have a website. It should be live on Saturday. It's been being worked on for like 2 months. It will have builds for all gods and all roles. Right away, we're going to have to build it out. Like, the site's built and it's going to look gorgeous, but we're going to have to start getting those builds uploaded on there. So once that's done, you'll have a website to go to on top of my videos. The link for that will start showing up on Saturday. I'll get a video out on Saturday announcing it. So yeah, hopefully you guys like that, and I will see you all in the next video.
Oh, this you crazy mother.